Greetings to everyone. My name is Professor Ashok R. Patil, Professor of Law at National Law School of India, University, Bangalore. Through this video, we will be learning about health menace of tobacco use and laws to protect young generation in India. The present video is done under the Pan India Legal Literacy and Legal Awareness Program conducted by very active center of NLSIU, that is CEERA. So as I have mentioned, the young generation in India suffering from health problems, especially through using or by using tobacco, chewing tobacco or smoking any mode. So they are suffering from health problems. So for that purpose, Indian government has brought a legislation that is called the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Prohibition of Advertisement and Regulation of Trade and Commerce Production, Supply and Distribution Act 2003. In short, we call it as a COTPA. And under the COTPA, rules are also framed. Tobacco use is a major risk factor for many chronic diseases, including cancer, lung disease, cardiovascular disease, stroke, etc. India being the second largest consumer and producer of tobacco accounts for 1.35 million deaths every year. There are two surveys at the international level. First one was in 2016-17 Global Adult Survey, Tobacco Survey to India. So as per that survey, India has the second largest number of tobacco users. That is 268 million, or 28.6% of all adults above the age of 15 years in India in the world, out of which 12.4% are youth between the ages of 15 to 24 years. Recent global survey that is only on youth, that is called Global Youth Tobacco Survey for India. So as per this survey, 1/5 of the Indian youth between 12 to 15 years of age are users of tobacco. 2.8% of the students used e-cigarettes, although it is totally banned in India. At least 1.2 million people die every year from tobacco-related diseases. Nearly 27% of all cancers in India are due to tobacco use. So this statistics shows that the menace of tobacco use, how much serious in India. So that's why the COTPA Act brought in India. The act is applicable to all products containing tobacco in any form, that is cigarettes, cigars, charuts, BDs, gutka, pan masala containing tobacco, chewing tobacco, snuff, etc., as detailed in the schedule to the act. The act extends to whole of India, and I'm referring very important provisions of this act. First important section is section 4, Prohibition of smoking in public place. Nobody should smoke in public place. If anybody smoke, it is an offense under the act. And section 5, Prohibition of advertisement, sponsorship and promotion of tobacco products. So in India, advertisements, sponsorship, promotion of tobacco products are banned. Then section 6A, prohibition of sale of tobacco products to minors. So nobody should sell tobacco products to the minors. If anybody sold, then the sellers are punished under this particular provision. Then section 6B, prohibition of sale of tobacco products near educational institutions. So within 100 yards, if anybody is selling, that is also offense. And section 7 talks about display of pictorial health warning on tobacco products packs. So that is also mandatory. Any products, tobacco products sold, warning and pictorial should be on that particular packet. What is the objects of these the sections? For protecting the citizens from involuntary exposure to tobacco smoke. Here, one who smokes, he is also suffering, and other persons who are non-smokers, but because of passive smoking, they are also suffering from health diseases. And discourage the use of tobacco and impose progressive restrictions, and prohibit the consumption of tobacco products with a view to achieving improvement of public health in general as enjoyed by Article 47 of the Constitution. One of the Supreme Court judgments clearly discussed on this point. This is we may call landmark judgment, Murli Diara versus Union of India, 2001 Supreme Court judgment. So even this judgment was before this COTPA, 2003. So in this judgment, Supreme Court observed that fundamental right guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution of India, inter alia, provides that none shall be deprived of his life without due process of law. Then why a non-smoker should be afflicted by various diseases, including lung cancer or of heart, only because he is required to go to public places? Undisputedly, smoking is injurious to health and may affect the health smokers, but there is no reason that health of a passive smoker should also be injuriously affected. So this is a very strong judgment, and passive smokers should be protected from these smokers who smoke in public places. As I have mentioned, Section 4, smoke-free public places. No person shall smoke in any public place, provided that in a hotel having 30 rooms, a restaurant having sitting capacity of 30 persons or more, in the airports, separate provisions for smoking area or space may be provided. So maybe it is not mandatory. So in separate smoking area, that description is also given. As per that, they have to provide that. And smoke-free public place rules. So as here I'm showing the how display should be there in the institutions, in the public institutions or public places. So first of all, no service is allowed in the smoking area or space provided for smoking. Designated smoking area is properly ventilated, and DSA is surrounded by full height walls on all four sides. DSA has an entrance with an automatically closing door, normally kept in closed position. DSA has an airflow system that is exhausted directly to the outside. So, so here, this description talks about how designated smoking area should be. So that description should be followed strictly by anybody who are providing these DSAs. So some areas we have seen, this is in a closed one, and many places these non-smokers are also getting that smoke. Why? Because the smoking area has not followed strictly the description given under the rules. And main target of tobacco companies nowadays, or early now, or even in future, is to target young generation. So if they target young generation, they will be a customer until their death. So that's why they are attacking or motivating, or through advertisement, through many ways, they are attracting young generation to start with smoking. And they are vulnerable. They don't know what is good or what is bad. Those people are targeted by tobacco companies by many strategies, methods. Ultimately, their target is whole young generation should be addicted to these the tobacco products, so that they can get more profit. They are not considering that the youth, that the young generation is a future strength of India. They are not bothered, so their target is profit only. So in that way, now the government of India and all the state governments concentrating on how to protect young generation from these tobacco products. So in some of the, see, for this is the example, hookah at 2,500 with the 2 complimentary drinks. So these types of advertisement attracts the young generation. So why ban on taps? So the effort and desire to attract young and gullible to the word of tobacco has always been the objective of the manufacturers. Catch them young is the motto, and use of tobacco products is projected as a synonymous with adulthood, modernity, affluence, social class norm, elegance, etc. So this is discussed in one of the judgment by Justice Sanjeev Khanna. Another judgment, Justice Singhvi, in judgment, he observed the consumption of tobacco and tobacco products has huge adverse impact on the health of the public at large, and unrestricted advertisement of these products will attract younger generation and innocent minds who are not aware of grave and adverse consequences of consuming such product. So this was observed by Justice Singhvi, and already I have mentioned the 2 international survey how young generation has suffering. Section 5, prohibition on all forms of advertisements, promotion, and sponsorship. So prohibition of all forms of direct and indirect. When law prohibits these tobacco companies not to advertisement, then they started indirect advertisement, that is called surrogative advertisement of tobacco products. Prohibition on all forms of direct and indirect advertisement of tobacco products in all forms of audio, visual, and print media. Ban on display of advertisements on hoardings, vehicles, etc. Ban on all forms of promotion of use or consumption of tobacco products. Ban on promotion of any trademark or brand name of tobacco product to be promoted in exchange for sponsorship, gift, prize, and scholarship. So advertisement at point of sale, that is at shops or warehouse, and on or in pack, that is allowed, but the rest of the other things are not allowed. So COTPA 2004 rules what it mentioned, all advertisement board point of sale shall not exceed 60 into 45 centimeters. These are also violated by tobacco companies. Contain one of the following warnings, that is, tobacco causes cancer, tobacco kills. So that warning should be mandatory. The display board shall only list the type of tobacco products available, and no brand pack shot, no brand name of the tobacco products, or no promotional message or picture shall be displayed on the board. No backlit or illuminated display board. So that is the way how they should follow, but majority of the places it is not followed. So here are the some examples how they uh, act, or laws are one thing, rules are one thing, but the practical things are different. So here you are showing they are displaying, they are not following the rules. And you have seen many places in big shops, the tobacco companies themselves provide free of cost the racks, and where in one place they keep tobacco products, and in other place they intentionally keeps only chocolates. So who will purchase chocolates? Young generation will purchase chocolates. So to purchase those chocolates, they go near to that rack, and while taking those chocolates, they are seeing the tobacco products. Indirectly, they are slowly influencing the young mind to attract towards the cigarette, so that they will be a customer for the future. So this type of idea strategy is very bad. It is not ethical, but still these companies are following unethical rules, the strategies to attract innocent young generation to bad habits. Why we should save minor? The committee has been, this is a committee, the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Human, this is in the top COTPA Bill 2001. So this Parliamentary Standing Committee observed that the committee has been given to understand that if a person is kept away from tobacco for the first 20 years of his life, there is a very high probability that he will remain tobacco free for rest of his life. Hence, it is mostly the teenagers and young school or college going students who are most vulnerable to the addiction of tobacco. The committee is therefore of the view that availability of cigarettes and other tobacco products should be made difficult for these age groups of people, that is young generation. Section 6 is prohibition on sale of tobacco products to and by minors and near educational institutions. So here what it says, prohibits sale of tobacco products to persons below the age of 18 years. Sale includes wholesale, retail, offer for sale, and exposure of for sale. A board containing the warning sale of tobacco products to a person below the age of 18 years is punishable offense. So this board also they should display. And prohibition on sale of tobacco products in an area within radius of 100 yards of any educational institution. Nobody should sell these tobacco products within the 100 yards radius from the institution compound wall. A display board to be put up outside the educational institutions declaring the same. Section 24 in contravention of Section 6, fine up to 200. Now they are increasing also. So Section 7, 8, 9, pictorial health warnings. All tobacco product package produced, manufactured, imported to carry specified health warnings. So specified health warnings covers 85% of the pack, has the following: that images of patients suffering from oral cancer, then health message, tobacco causes painful death, and third point, a quit line number, the mobile, this is the contact number. If anybody wants to quit, they can contact, get suggestions, and they can quit this bad habit. So these are all mandatory, and here a picture and a warning, all these things are shown here. And tobacco, another very, very important thing I want to discuss here, that is tobacco-free educational institution. In short, it is called TOFI guidelines. So the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, released tobacco-free educational institution guidelines to provide tobacco control initiatives for educational institutions to protect young and adolescents. These guidelines call for educational institutions to ensure that no tobacco products is sold inside premises and in an area within 100 yards from the premises. TOFI have made it mandatory for educational institutions to display various tobacco-free signages at several conspicuous places of educational institutions, create awareness about tobacco, and carry out other tobacco control activities to make education institutions and young adolescents tobacco-free. So with this, the important object, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare brought all these important rules. And these are the signages under TOFI guidelines. Each educational institution should display in the campus, so that these tobacco use in the campus completely prohibited. And this is the notification issued by Government of Karnataka to all the institutions on the basis of central government notification. And this is a central government notification issued to all the secretaries of all the chief secretaries of all the states to adopt these rules, or these the whatever instruction given in these letters, that is the young generation should be protected from the tobacco use. So this is the very important topic, and thank you very much for allowing me to share very important aspect to protect the young generation in India. Once again, I thank Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India, and CEERA for giving me this opportunity to share my view to protect the young generations of India from the tobacco menace. So with this, I conclude. Thank you very much.